my name's Liz, I'm the baker that sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you're a subscriber. As always, it's really lovely to have you here as I share my sewing journey. So welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one of my Sunday sewing catch-ups and we're on episode 101. I've got lots of things that I want to share with you, including a few patterns, a couple of things that I've been sewing, and I've got lots of plans because I spent a bit of time yesterday cutting out loads of projects. So I'd love to share what plans I've got for the next couple of weeks as well. Before we dive into all of that, I'll let you know what I'm wearing, and I'm wearing one of my newly made fluffy waistcoats using the pattern by the New Craft House. I decided not to bind the edges, instead it's fully lined to enclose the seams, and I followed the burrito method of lining it. So it's got this really lovely, I think it was a single gauze floral fabric that I got from Studio Jepson when she used to sell fabric. And then this was a pink fluffy faux fur fabric that I got from Semi Sunshine. And then underneath I'm wearing a Tilly in the Buttons Billy dress in this gorgeous jersey fabric. I have a feeling it was originally from Hey Sew Sister, but I actually bought it from a D-stash, and it's got, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it's got loads of safety pins all over it. I made this ages ago and haven't actually worn it because when I first made it and put it on, I wasn't too sure about the colour on me. This dress for some reason feels a little bit different to the other Billy dresses that I've made. It is a fleece back sweatshirting. It just feels a little bit lighter than some of the other fleece back jersey fabrics. So it feels like it comes up a little bit longer than the others. So I put it on today to see if I can style it in a way that I feel a little bit more comfortable wearing it. And actually I really like it with this waistcoat. I will put a picture in of me wearing this outfit so you can see what it all looks like together. And I'll stand up so you can see as well. But yeah, it's quite a relaxed fit, loose fit jumper dress. And then it has got a hemband on the bottom as well. It's got deep cuffs. And then there's an option for a regular sleeve, or you can go with this like balloon sleeve shape where it's quite poofy on the shoulder. And then it's gathered really heavily into a cuff as well, which I absolutely love. I really love that style of sleeve. And then I have got some, it's going to be really tricky to show you, but these heart print pink, black, gold and white earrings are from Sapphire Frills. And I thought that they gave a nice little sort of bright pop of colour. And then I also went and got my nails done yesterday, which they're quite bright as well. They've got little strawberries on and cherries. It's going to be World Book Day soon, and we're doing a week-long sort of celebration and focus. I mean, we're reading with the children all the time, but we're having a week of Book Day celebrations. And at my school, all the staff are going to be wearing costumes linked to the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So I thought I'd go with fruit-themed nails as a little nod towards the Very Hungry Caterpillar. I don't think there's cherries in the Very Hungry Caterpillar, but there's definitely strawberries. So that's what I'm wearing. So what have I been busy making this week? So last week I shared my pastel coloured Narissa coat. So the pattern is a pattern by Hun London. I'll put a picture in now of what it looks like. I've made a quilted coat using a rainbow quilted bedspread that I got from Dunelm. And I had some quilted fabric that I bought from First for Fabrics ages ago in 3 different pastel colours. And I had cut up the quilted fabric to make my own fabric because I really wanted fabric that had alternate colours of pastel in stripes based on a picture that I'd seen. So I'd constructed the fabric and then I needed to cut it out, and I'd constructed most of the coat last weekend. I just needed to do the binding, I needed to hem the sleeves, and I needed to do the collar, and I was going with a Sherpa fabric for the collar because I thought that the quilted fabric would be a little bit too stiff. So my coat is completely finished, and then I also cut out a coat for Lola. So I'm just going to hold it up. It's still on the hanger actually. I haven't put any fastenings on this coat yet. What I've decided would look best with this coat is I'm going to go for toggle fastens. So I've ordered some toggle fastenings in white, and I'm just waiting for them to arrive because I didn't have the right colour buttons. When I did buttonholes on my rainbow quilted Narissa coat, it was really tricky to get the buttonholes in this thick fabric. I ended up manually doing the buttonholes. So I thought I would try doing toggle fastenings, almost like a duffel coat. I'll pop it on so you can see, but I have got pictures of me wearing this coat. I absolutely love it. And the way that I finished the inside was I created a binding using this fabric and I've pressed it on the inside. So instead of a bias binding on exposed on the outside and the inside, because I didn't want to distort the stripes, I've just pressed it onto the inside, and I created, I said binding, but I meant more like a facing. So I stitched it on the outside, turned it to the inside, and then I've pressed it under and stitched it. So you have got this kind of, you've got like a double stitching line, one right on the end to keep it on the inside, and then one here as well. So I'm just going to put it on, and I'll show you where I want to attach the toggle fastenings, and then you can also see what the collar looks like. And you can see that I have managed to pattern match it across the front. I've pattern matched the pockets as well, and then I've also put on, you can just see there, a unicorn. But yeah, this is what the collar looks like. It's that Sherpafabric, because I was worried that the quilted fabric would be too sticky uppy. I just need to give it a press, but I'm really pleased with that collar. And then what I'm planning to do is just put toggles sort of here so it fastens the coat in. I've got 6 pairs. I don't know if I'm going to need 6 pairs, but I've got enough just to play around with. And then what I did with this version was I made it slightly shorter. I think I took off about 2 inches from the length, because it's actually meant to stop closer to sort of mid-calf. This stops just below my knee. My knee is there, and it stops just below my knee. So I feel like it's more of like a spring jacket. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I think the Sherpa collar goes really nicely with the pastel colours. And then I shared this last weekend, and it's not to everybody's taste, and it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I know if I wear this to school, the children will love it. But I had this unicorn patch that I've just put on the back, and I feel like it goes really nicely with the pastel colours in the coat. So that is my version. Really enjoyed putting that together. The Narissa coat as a pattern comes together really nicely, especially if you've got pre-quilted fabric. So both of my versions, I've used pre-quilted fabric, but they do give you instructions on how to quilt your own fabric as well. So I made a coat for myself, but then of course Lola wanted one as well. So I did have enough of the fabric, once I'd constructed the fabric together, to cut out a cropped version of the Havea jacket, which is this pattern here. I love this pattern. I've sewn it up loads now, and there's different variations that you can sew, and I've sewn up View E, which is the cropped jacket, and it's got the collar band coming all the way down, and then also it's got the cropped pockets. I just need to find a patch for Lola. We're going to go shopping and find one, but I'll put it on so you can see what her version looks like, and I will put pictures in of her wearing it as well. I did manage to pattern match down the front, but I wasn't able to pattern match with the collar band because I had to piece that together because I didn't have enough of the fabric. The sleeves are identical as well, so they've got the lilac, the blue and the mint green, and it is a really cropped jacket. And then you can see the pockets. I did manage to pattern match the pockets, and I've pattern matched all the way across the seams, and then that is what the back looks like as well. I just couldn't pattern match that collar band, but Lola's really pleased with how it's turned out, and I know that she's going to get lots and lots of wear out of that jacket as well. And I love that we've got matching coats, so our rainbow coats match, and now these coats match as well. And I feel like because of these colours, this is more of like a spring jacket. The rainbow jacket she'll be able to wear in the spring, and I'll be able to wear in the spring too. The rainbow jacket, the fabric feels a little bit warmer and a little bit snugglier as well. So I have been really enjoying wearing that when the weather's a little bit chilly as well. So yeah, really pleased with both of those jackets. I know that we're both going to get lots and lots of wear out of them, and it's nice to have a few different options when we're deciding what jacket to pop on as well. And the next thing that I've sewn up, it's not finished yet, but it's a bit of an experiment. So I've been using the LB pullover, which is a really straightforward jumper pattern by Paper Theory, and I've sewn up a version. I had a little bit of this yellow t-shirt weight jersey fabric left, and I've just put together a really simple LB pullover. I need to hem the sleeves and I need to hem the bottom, but I wanted to try and make one that was sleeveless because it's got that dropped shoulder detail. I just wanted to see if I could wear it almost like a vest over the top of things. So I just need to finish hemming the sleeves and I need to finish hemming the bottom, and then I'll have a play around with styling that. And then the other thing that I've sewn up this week was something that I wasn't expecting to, but when I was going through my fabric stash, I came across this fabric again that I'd bought not too long ago from Fabric Godmother. It's a mix of jersey and wool. It's an absolutely beautiful fabric. and I wanted to get it turned into a Nina Lee South Bank sweater dress before the weather started to get too warm. And because it's a wool jersey mix, I know that this fabric is going to be really cozy to wear. So I cut that out and I had a go at sewing that up. Really simple, straightforward sweater dress. It's got this deep collar band detail. You've got cuffs, and then there's a hemband as well. If I hold it up, you can see. In this version, I've put pockets in, but actually I don't like the way that the pockets sit, even though I understitched them. And what I've done in the past with my South Bank sweater dresses is I haven't bothered to put the pockets in, because I don't like the way that it distorts the dress if you do use the pockets. So actually I'm going to go back and unpick the pockets and just sew the seams together without the pocket openings. But I know I'm going to get lots and lots of wear out of this. I think it'll be a really lovely cozy jumper dress to wear to work, and to layer up as well, just with tights and my ankle boots as well. Came together really nicely. It's a really straightforward pattern, and it's also a really enjoyable pattern to sew up as well. So really pleased with that, and I just love that fabric. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Did sell out really quickly from Fabric Godmother, but if they have got any back in stock, and they also had different colourways, I'll link it down below for you. The next thing that I wanted to share with you that I have completely finished is my crochet cardigan, which I talked about last weekend, which was a pattern by BDD Pattern. And the cardigan pattern's called the Dahlia cardigan by BDD Patterns. I'll link it down below for you. Got a little bit of fluff on there, but it is completely finished. I absolutely love it. I think last weekend I had one sleeve to finish and the cuff to add. And then I needed to sew in all the ends because I had lots of loose ends. I will put pictures in of me wearing this now that it's completely finished. But I really love the kind of cocoon shape of it. I really love the sleeve detail is my favourite. Look how voluminous that is. I mean, I love volume in a sleeve when I'm sewing, so I really love the volume in this crochet cardigan using that gorgeous chunky wool. It's kind of got like a collar detail down the front, and then yeah, that is what it looks like. It's quite oversized, but it's meant to be oversized, and I'm really thrilled with it. I know that it's going to go with lots of things that I've got in my wardrobe, and I'm just going to feel really proud of myself when I can wear it out the house as well. Hours of work that's gone into it, but it was a really enjoyable thing to crochet up, and I've definitely got plans to crochet more using that pattern, using a super chunky wool as well. And then I've been continuing working on the heart jumper. So let me show you where I've gotten up to. We actually went into London yesterday, and I took this with me on the train. It was a really enjoyable thing to take on the train. So I finished doing the rows above the hearts, and now I'm just working on the front piece, and then I will do the same on the back as well. And then I will shape the shoulders and attach them at the shoulders, put the sleeves in, do the cuff for the sleeves, do the neckband, and then do the hemband. So still loads and loads of work to go with this one, but I'm just really enjoying just doing a couple of rows a night. And yeah, I think this is going to come together probably in the next month or so, because there's still quite a lot that I need to do with that jumper, but really enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying how it's coming together as well, and just seeing what the green looks like against that purple. And I think I am going to go with a contrast neckband, contrast cuffs and contrast hemband, just with a nod to that green in the heart jumper as well. I think it would look really lovely if I had like the nod to that green with the hearts, with the neckband, the cuffs and the hemband as well. And then the other thing that I've been practicing with crochet is I shared this pattern a few weeks, well, probably about a month ago actually. I wanted to get this optimistically crocheted up for Valentine's, but I'm nowhere near. I've only just started practicing doing one of the heart print granny squares. It took me a few attempts, and to be honest, I'm not 100% happy with how it is. It still looks a little bit wibbly wobbly. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it in my bag. Where is it? So I feel like I've got a little bit more practice to go with it, but this was my first complete practice of the heart print granny square, and I've got different colours of pink, and there's red as well, and then loads of this cream. So I feel like I need to, because it's a a bit wibbly wobbly around the edges. The heart, I'm really pleased with how that looks. It's the rest of it that I need to just have a little bit of a practice for. So I'm still practicing that. I think it's going to take me a few more attempts to just get it a little bit neater like it is on the front. But there's a few new techniques that I have been having a go at doing whilst I've been learning to do the heart print granny square. So that's going to be ongoing as well. And then, like I said, as well as lots of sewing and crochet, I've also been cutting out lots of different projects. So I'll share those at the end of this video when I talk about my plans. The next thing I wanted to share with you was the latest Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe box, because I've subscribed to it for this month. I don't subscribe to it all of the time, but every so often I get tempted to subscribe, so I get an odd box that comes through. So this is February's Dream Wardrobe box, and you get it in this little parcel, and inside you get a QR code which you scan, and that takes you to an electronic version of like the information sheet about the box. You get some matching Godmother thread. You also get a little gift, and this month's gift was an iron cleaner, so a Prim iron cleaner, which I thought was a really good idea. It's not something I would ever buy, but quite handy, I would imagine. And then you get a pattern, and you also get some fabric. Now, I think this was like a chambray fabric in this gorgeous blue colourway. And the idea is that you use this, you don't have to, but you use it for the pattern that comes in the box. And then this is the pattern that has been included in this month's Dream Wardrobe. I'll hold up the envelope actually to show you first. It's a pattern by Sew Me Something, and it's called the Florence dress. When you sign up to the Dream Wardrobe, Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe, you select a size that you would like to go for. So I've got the pattern that sizes 6 to 20, but you can opt for a larger size band as well. In terms of fabrics for the Florence dress, they recommend light to medium weight fabrics like linen, chambray, double gauze, cotton lawn, printed cotton, needle cord and viscose. And I'll just show you the line drawings. This is what the line drawings look like. There's two different versions. Version 1 you can sew up with this button placket coming down the front. It's got bust darts. And version 2 has got the plain front with the bust darts as well. In terms of specific features with different versions, version 1 has got placket fastening, flat collar, darted bust, darted sleeves and side entry pockets. The pockets look really lovely. They're like slanted pockets. And version 2 has got bound neckline, keyhole fastening, darted bust, gathered sleeves and side entry pockets. So the sleeves look slightly different. Looking at the line drawings, these are the gathered sleeves and those are the darted sleeves, which is really interesting. So I think I'm definitely going to use the chambray to sew up a version of this dress, and I think I'm going to go for the button down version. I just need to go through my button stash and see what buttons would go with that beautiful fabric. But I'm really excited about this month's fabric. I wouldn't normally have bought this. I really love the colour. I think my cardigan will go with this when I sew up the dress. And I've got lots of other, like my gilets will go with it as well, and I've got lots of other jackets and cardigans that will go with a plain dress as well. And I think I can choose some really fun buttons to pop against that beautiful chambray fabric. So I'm very excited about this month's Dream Wardrobe box. So sticking with patterns, because I mentioned the pattern that came with the Dream Wardrobe box, I have actually been buying a couple of patterns over the last week. And the first pattern that I bought was actually inspired by the Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe, a previous Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe box. And it's a pattern by Merchant and Mills, and I haven't bought one of their patterns before. But Josie shared a version, I think she might have shared it on the Fabric Godmother Instagram stories of this dress, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Fell in love with it, and I immediately went onto the fold line and bought the pattern, and I've cut it out actually. But it's this pattern by Merchant and Mills. It's called the ETA Dress. It actually comes in two different sizes, or size bands should I say, UK 6 to 18 or a UK 18 to 28. So I've gone for the 6 to 18 and I wanted the paper pattern. There's different options for this dress. It's a really gorgeous looking, quite loose fitting wrap dress. So you can sew up this version, which has got no sleeves. You can sew up this version, which has got the shorter sleeves, and then this version, which has got the slightly longer sleeves as well. In terms of fabrics, they recommend light to medium weight wovens like linen, brushed cotton, cotton lawn, cotton poplin, tencel, lightweight baby cord or cotton double gauze. It's described as a simple wrap dress with a lined bodice and inseam pockets, Choose between short or 3/4 length sleeves or make it sleeve. So I've cut out some fabric to sew up this version, the sleeveless version, which is what stopped me in my tracks and made me immediately go and buy this pattern. And I've cut it out using this So Hilly Jane fabric, this kind of tartan effect checked fabric. I think this will work so beautifully as the ETA Dress, the sleeveless version. And I think I would be able to wear it with like a polo neck top underneath, or just with a t-shirt underneath and a cardigan, or with a jumper over the top or a jumper underneath as well. I'm really excited about getting this sewn up. So I've cut it out. I haven't made a start on it yet, and I'll probably make a start hopefully next weekend. I'll get a little bit of time to do a little bit of sewing, but I can't wait to sew that up. I can just imagine that being a really cute little autumn winter dress, and actually a dress that I could wear in the springtime, just laid up with a cardigan as well. But yeah, that pattern, I don't think it's a new pattern, but Fabric Godmother shared it and immediately I just had to have the pattern. I think it's absolutely beautiful and I can't wait to get it sewn up. And then I've got some double gauze in my fabric stash, which I think would work really nicely as this pattern as well. And then the next pattern I wanted to talk about was a new pattern by Tammy Handmade. And I've seen lots of sneak peeks from various different people that have been testing this pattern for her. Tammy's also been sharing sneak peeks of the pattern before she actually released it. And it has now been released. And the pattern is called the Freya Flare Trousers. And it's a pattern designed for medium to heavyweight stretch fabrics like a rib knit, sweater knit and a ponte. And I've seen so many gorgeous versions in a ponte fabric. I don't actually have any ponte in my stash, and ponte fabric is not a fabric that I'm very familiar with in terms of sewing up with. In fact, I can't think of anything that I've sewn using a ponte fabric, but I've seen so many beautiful versions of these flared trousers already. The pattern has currently got 15% off if you use the code, which I'll put in now. I'm not sure how long that discount code is going to last for, but full price is £9.99 and it's a PDF only pattern. Comes in sizes 6 to 32. I've already said about fabric recommendations, and then the waist is created by inserting some elastic and then you fold it over. And I think, if I remember correctly, there's a tutorial showing you how to do that, as well as instructions in the pattern as well. So as well as the fabric, you also need 1.5 inch wide elastic. Described as an easy and comfortable high-waisted flared leg with a vintage feel, and I have seen so many beautiful versions. So I'm really looking forward to having a look for some fabric that goes really nicely with the pattern and then having a go at sewing it up. I think it's quite a speedy pattern to sew up as well. So I'm looking forward to having some cozy, slightly fitted trousers in my wardrobe with that kind of vintagey feel. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving this pattern a try. And then the final thing I've got to share with you is some gorgeous fabric that I have been buying from Fabric Godmother. As soon as Josie shared these fabrics, I put them in my shopping basket and immediately checked out. They're both Sherpafabrics. I bought both colourways, and actually Sew Me Sunshine have got these fabrics as well. I've got 2.5 meters of this one because I'd like to turn it into some kind of cardigan. I'm not quite sure which pattern to go for. Probably go for the Megan Nielsen Havea jacket, but I might go for the Jessie cardigan by Sew Over It. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a pink and orange kind of checkerboard effect Sherpa fabric. Feels really gorgeous and snuggly. And then the other version is this brown and lilac colourway. And I think I got 1 metre or 1.5 meters of this one. And this is going to become probably an everyday waistcoat. And I'm going to line it with a fabric. I just need to work out which fabric I'm going to line it with. But yeah, as soon as I saw them, I couldn't resist them. I think they're really beautiful. Unusual combination of lilac and brown. This combination I've seen before, but I absolutely love it. It's almost like a reddy colour with the pink. And I think they're both going to create really snuggly outerwear, which is going to add to lots and lots of my different outfits. I'm really enjoying layering lots of my outfits at the moment. So I'm looking forward to getting those sewn up. I just need to decide which pattern to go for with this one, but I think I know already what pattern I'm going to use this fabric for. If Fabric Godmother haven't got that left in stock, I know that Sew Me Sunshine have definitely got it in stock, so I'll link it down below for you. And then the final thing I'd like to finish with are my sewing plans. So I spent some time yesterday cutting out lots and lots of different fabrics. I've already talked about the Merchant & Mills ETA Dress in this gorgeous So Hilly Jane fabric. I also cut out another So Hilly Jane fabric yesterday, and I've cut out, I can show you, this beautiful baby cord, needle cord fabric. It's got a real vintagey floral feel to it, and the pattern that I'm going to be sewing up is the Sewing in the City ETA Dress, and I'm going for the dress with the little ruffle that's on the bottom. I'll put a picture in now so you can see what it looks like. And then I've also cut out this gorgeous ripstop fabric for a pogo nip pullover. I think it's going to create a really fun pogo nip pullover, which will be waterproof and really lightweight as well, almost like a pack-a-mac, because I'm going to be sewing up the version that's got the little bag on the back, and I think that will fold up really neatly and go in my little bag so I can take it out and about with me if the weather feels like it might turn, but I don't want to wear a raincoat until it actually does start raining. And then the final project that I've got cut out, that I definitely want to get this sewn up next weekend, because I really love wearing flat fronted skirts to work with jumpers or t-shirts or polo necks tucked in. And I've had this fabric for ages. It's got all these little pin cushions all over it and little buttons and things. I think it's super cute. So I have cut out a Alice Irvine flat fronted skirt with deep pockets, and I'm very much looking forward to getting that sewn up so I can wear that to work. I think it'll be a really lovely addition to my work wardrobe as well. And then I'm going to continue with all of my crochet projects. So that jumper, I still need to finish the vest, crocheting the neckband and the other armhole, and I'm looking forward to having that finished. And then I'll probably start on another cardigan, because I've got this burnt orange really chunky wool, which I think would make a really beautiful cardigan as well. So lots and lots of things to keep me busy. I have filmed 2 videos, I just haven't had the opportunity to get them edited. It's been quite a hectic week with work, but also lots of things going on at home as well. So hopefully I'll get those edited soon. I've got my crochet video, and then I've also filmed a video with my favourite pattern companies for beginner sewists. So I'm really hoping that I can get that edited and out to you really soon as well. If there are any other videos that you would like me to film, please let me know in the comments below. I will continue to do my Sunday sewing catch-ups as well. We are waiting at the moment for an operation date for Ruby. We had a pre-op appointment just over a week ago, and we were told between 4 and 8 weeks for a surgery date. So obviously once that happens, I'll probably be taking a bit of a break, so I'm going to be having lots and lots of things going on personally, and just juggling lots and lots of different things, but I will keep you updated. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing what I've been getting up to, seeing all the things that I've been busy sewing and also crocheting, and all the prep that I've been busy getting on with. I'm very excited about sewing some of those dresses, especially the new patterns to me as well. It's always really lovely when you come across a new pattern company and also a new pattern, and I feel really inspired, especially by the Merchant and Mills ETA dress and also that Minetta dress that I've been really desperate to get sewn up for ages. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd really love it if you could hit that subscribe button, because then you get notified of when I bring out my next video. Thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.